The Montbello Rec Center is open again after a deadly shooting. How community leaders are coming together to offer their support.
A man in Maryland says he was ambushed by teens in his own driveway, but one quick decision ultimately saved his life and prevented a robbery.
And a band-shelled rebuild will happen at City Park. Details on the announcement as Denver celebrates 4 decades of City Park jazz.
Before we get to those stories, our other top story today is the weather and the threat for severe storms this afternoon in the metro area. We're talking the potential for large hail, high winds, and tornadoes. Thanks for starting your Monday with us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Shalima Maharaj. Brianna Fernandez is tracking a traffic impact alert north of Commerce City. But first, let's send it over to Weather Impact Team meteorologist Jaden Knowles with a look at your forecast. Now, Jaden, of course, big changes coming on in the weather.
Yeah, that's right, Shalima, especially as we head into this afternoon. I mean, getting you out the door right now, though, temperatures already fairly warm. It's probably a little bit sticky out there because we have some humidity, but 68 degrees is our current temperature here in downtown Denver, 61 in Centennial. Statewide, we're seeing warm temperatures everywhere, but we're not going to be as warm as what we saw this past weekend. We were in the 90s Saturday as well as Sunday. Early this morning, we had a cold front make its way through. So that's one of the main reasons why we have that potential of seeing some severe weather, especially into the afternoon hours. So the next 12 hours, temperature-wise, only getting up to the low 80s. Noticing we're seeing those storm icons. That's really between 1 and 8 p.m. this afternoon. Noticing the National Weather Service has included us with that slight risk, level 2 out of 5, including the metro area, up and down the I-25 corridor, as well as over towards the Eastern Plains. So later on in the show, we'll talk more in detail about the timing as well as the impacts in my full forecast. Brianna?
Jaden, thank you so much. Right now, seeing a full closure happening along eastbound I-76, so between 88th Avenue and 96th Avenue. I first brought you this story right at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. According to Colorado State Patrol, at least 5 vehicles plus a semi hauling a trailer were involved in this crash, and 2 people were taken to the hospital. So this is where we're seeing that full closure happening right now. We are seeing Adams County Sheriff's Office as well as Commerce City Police and CSP, so Colorado State Patrol, all investigating this crash. Now, the extent of those injuries still unclear. Right now, we have very limited information from Colorado State Patrol. They are just saying that please avoid that area because you are going to see a lengthy closure all throughout the morning. So between that morning rush hour traffic, that's where we're going to see that closure happening. I do want to switch things over to our main maps. They provided this picture. This is one of the latest pictures involving at least 2 of the vehicles that were there. Again, it was 5 vehicles plus a semi hauling a trailer. We are seeing a very active scene out there. People had to make U-turns to get off 88th Avenue, which was the closest exit. And right now we are tracking that full closure. So you're seeing just miles and miles of delays right now. Your best alternate route is to take Highway 2 or 104th Avenue. We're also tracking another crash in the Aurora area. This is happening along Colfax at I-225. I'm not seeing any impacts whatsoever to along 225, but just expect slight slowdowns along Colfax Avenue.
Brianna, thank you. Right now, Lakewood police are looking for a man who went missing over the weekend. 36-year-old James Claremont was last seen late Friday night near South Xenia Road across the street from Longview High School. Police say he functions at a 10-year-old level and tends to go in long walks. They say he is not familiar with taking the train or the bus, and he does not own a phone or a wallet. If you know anything, call 911 or contact Lakewood police at the number on your screen.
1 person was killed and 2 firefighters were injured in a house fire over the weekend in Jefferson County. West Metro Fire Rescue was called to the house near Vivian Street and 14th Avenue early yesterday morning. 2 people in the house were able to escape, but firefighters had to try and rescue 1 person upstairs. That person did not survive. The 2 firefighters involved in the rescue were taken to the hospital for minor injuries. Both have since been released. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
The Montbello Rec Center officially opened to the public just a few minutes ago at 6 o'clock this morning. A shooting that killed a 14-year-old and left a 15-year-old facing charges has kept the Northeast Denver Rec Center closed for weeks. But before that opening, family and community leaders gathered for a healing circle. Jason McBride, a youth violence intervention specialist, says it is not enough, though. There needs to be mental health services and resources on hand to talk to kids and make sure this doesn't happen again. With the reopening today, Denver police plan to have officers on hand to help out. But Chief Ron Thomas says more is needed to help prevent youth violence in Montbello and other neighborhoods.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we really need those community supports to come together and assist us. This is certainly not a problem that we can arrest our way out of, that the police alone can solve. We certainly need those violence mitigators, those people to provide outlets for individuals that sometimes are engaged in violent activities. So we need to rely on them heavily.
Denver Parks and Recreation says its staff have been connected to counseling since the shooting. McBride hopes to see that offered to kids at the center too, to help them process what they saw.
Well, in just a few hours, Broncos outside linebacker Jonathan Cooper is expected to be in court. He and his girlfriend were arrested on domestic violence charges last Friday. According to his arrest affidavit, the pair were arguing over cheating allegations when she grabbed his phone, leading to a physical struggle.